slithers into the jungle, call it python time. Bold constriction got them wrapped, they entwine. Educational bites, better sharpen your mind. Lens focus tight, capture moments in time. Scales gleaming under lights, stay exotic and rare from the
Testing. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Welcome everybody to another Snake Prince Vlogs. I'm your host, Prince Elias, and today is long-awaited, much-needed update video. Ma'am, where are you going? So, she don't want to act right, but we're going to do an update video on the Kazi project and an update on OYA, what went down, lessons learned, and how we're going to go with this project moving forward. So for those who haven't been watching the channel long, because I have gotten some new subscribers, some new people following the channel, this is OYA. She is a unknown wild-caught dinker gene that I am working to prove out. She has been panel tested with RGI, and then I also tested her with certain genetics via Charlie at what's known to be Phenom, but when I got the test done, it was shedtesting.com. So I have two different sources that so far we can't find any proven genetics inside of her. But, you know, some genes have multiple lines and stuff like that. So we don't know. We'll see. But for right now, she's a dinker that I'm trying to prove out. And we successfully did it. But it came at a cost, which was all user error, human error, my error. It has nothing to do with her or the males that she bred to. But I do have a series of videos documenting the whole journey from the time I bred her, the locks, the laying, all that jazz. So you can go back and watch those videos. I might make a playlist on YouTube since it's not that many. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just make a whole playlist so that everybody could just watch the journey in one sitting. But so basically, she laid her eggs and I put them in the incubator. Mind you, my mentors got out the hobby. They're no longer selling or breeding snakes. And so in the midst of all that, I got their old incubator and a whole bunch of other stuff. Oop, my bad, girl. Didn't mean to scare you. And so basically, I was using that incubator. And of course, so many factors could play into it. How I incubated them, the temperatures, I just learned where you place your incubator could be hit or miss in your house. You know, a bunch of breeders who've been doing this a long time informed me after the fact that, hey, it might not be a good idea to have your incubator near a window. Did not know that until, but anyways, I've noticed that there was something going on with the first clutch that I have, the Lace Mandarin clutch, 2601. That's what I labeled that clutch. It was 5 eggs, and 2 of them did not survive, and they were severely kinked. And that was a totally different parent, totally different breeding, totally different parents. And so it was like, again, 5 eggs, 3 survive. 1 does have a minor cleft palate, 1 little cleft lip, but she's doing good. And the babies, the 3 that survive are thriving. But 2 of them did not survive out the egg. And when I cut the egg open, they were severely kinked. Well, they were in the incubator close around the same time as OYA's. And so we didn't think none of it, but in the back of my mind, I felt like, yeah, something's not right. Now, I do have thermometer gauges on multiple levels in the incubator. I have so many ways of monitoring the temps, and I have been monitoring the temps, and it's been a consistent 90 degrees in that incubator, 89 to 90 degrees in that incubator. But the issue is, and that's why I did not know until later on, that they said don't have it near a window, because when I'm working during the day, during the school time where I'm teaching, because that's when they were in incubation most of the time when I was teaching, and I was working during the day hours, there's no way I can monitor the temps while I'm at work. And there is a possibility, that's one of our theories, is that the temperature in the incubator rose up higher than what it was during the day, during the hottest times of the day. And by the time I get home, you know, if I wake up, it says the same temps. I get home from work, it says the same temps. So I'm assuming everything's been good, not knowing what could have happened in the in-between time when I am at work for 8 hours a day. So we believe that something's not right with the temperatures. Either well, we know for sure that the thermostat, and I had a temp gun, so I was temp gunning it, but we believe either the airflow was not circulating correctly, or with the incubator being near the window in my house during the daytime, during the hottest times of the day when I'm not there, the temperature spiked up and we didn't know it. So either way, it's time to cut the clutch. You know, we made it. We did that time. I had Husbandry Pro telling me when day 56, day 50, whatever, you know, day 60, whatever. So it's time to cut the clutch. We cut the clutch, and as soon as I cut that first egg, it was a mixture of sadness and happiness at the same time, because I saw a replica of her. Baby looked just like her. But I also saw that it was severely kinked. Like kinked. Cut the second egg. Baby looked just like her. So she proved herself out. She proved herself to be genetics. But Hunchback of Notre Dame, that baby was fucked up kinked. Then I did the third egg. Now, the third egg surprised me. Oh, mind you, she had 5 eggs. No, she had 6 eggs, technically, but she had 5 eggs. 2 of them went bad. 3 stayed up to term, like they developed up to term, besides being kinked up. And she was egg bound. So throughout the entire incubation process, well, most of the incubation time, she was egg bound. She had an egg probably stuck like maybe right here in her body. And Ash told me not to stress. You know, he said, don't stress, don't panic. It ain't worth no vet visit. It ain't worth probing her because it was way up here. You know, some breeders would recommend, you know, sticking a probe in her to try to get. He was like, ain't no point. It's too high up. It's pointless. Just leave her alone. Offer her small meals, which I did. And those small meals, I think I was just feeding her smaller ASFs during the time of incubation. And so those small meals, and she was passing. She was peeing and pooping and pushing urate out. So throughout the month and a half, 2 months almost, the egg was slowly, surely coming down with every feeding, every meal, and digestion. So she was able to pass it. Not getting sick, not being bad. And she kept eating the entire time. I was feeding her small meals as Ash suggested. Small ASLs or whatever, or adult ASLs. And she was slamming them and pushing that egg down till finally she was able to pass it by herself. And she's been good. And she's back on her regular size meals now. Back on rats. So she can get her weight up. She's still a little thin compared to what I'm used to, because when I first got her, y'all remember the unboxing video, when I first got her, she was a chunky girl. So she's still, you know, a little on the thin side, but she's getting back to her normal weight, and back to good conditioning, eating. Whether it's live or frozen thaw, she don't give a damn. She takes it out. ASLs, rats, or whatever. So she's back on the small rats, eating real well, getting back to size, pooping healthy, and all that jazz. So I'm happy she's good and she survived that egg bounding, because y'all know I love these animals. And if anything happens, I go into panic mode. But I had great mentors, and my big brother Ash, who is used to not only dinkers, not only breeding in general, because he's been breeding tri-stripes projects and a whole bunch of other things for years. But you know, he used to wild caught. He's used to wild caught ball pythons and their behaviors and everything, and he's experienced so much of things like egg bounding and stuff like that. So he kept me calm, cool, and collected. It was like, don't stress about it. Don't bother her, and don't stress her out. Just keep feeding her. Don't stress her out. Don't ain't no point in probing, ain't no point in soaking, ain't no point in sticking things up her cloaca trying to get that egg out. Let it happen naturally. She will do what she's gonna do. And he was absolutely right. So she's good. But anyways, back to the story of the egg. So we cut the eggs open, and not only was they severely kinked, but one was wrapped around the umbilical cord or whatever. And so I was able to, it was still alive, but it was like choking, you could tell. So I had to cut that open, save that baby. But even though they didn't survive still regardless, I'm glad it didn't choke to death, because I was able to like get it unwrapped. But whew, I've experienced a lot with this clutch. So yeah, the bad news is they did not survive. And again, human error, my error, incubation issue. So with the help of my friends, we're gonna dial in and figure out this incubator. Might just get a smaller one, because this is a big, tall, like what you see at the gas station, those fridges that was converted to an incubator. They were going to go and do like a smaller wine cooler. And my friend DJ, who builds his own and has had no issues whatsoever, he's going to help me build that incubator, a better incubator. And then we're going to definitely keep it away from the windows. Like, the incubator ain't going to be near no windows. But once we get the infrastructure down packed, then we can focus on breeding her again. I just want her to focus on the rest of this year, getting back to her normal weight, getting back healthy. And then we'll worry about pairing for season 2. But yeah, a lot of lessons learned. But we did answer the good question, the number one question. Can she recreate herself? Can she reproduce herself? Is the genetics, the alien heads, the dorsal, the color, the darkness, all this stuff, is this, was she able to recreate herself? And she did. She proved it. I have those pictures. I don't think I'm going to post it on the video. I will see. Maybe I have to crop some stuff out, because the pictures of the babies, you know, dead baby snakes in the egg, you know, bloody and kind of disgusting. But and I don't want to expose people to a snake that's kinked up and messed up and didn't survive. But I don't know, if you know me, or if you follow me on Instagram and you would like to see the babies, because you don't mind seeing, you know, deceased animals, then just DM me. I'm an open book. I'm not afraid to show the good, bad, and the ugly. I just don't think putting the pictures in this video is YouTube appropriate, and I don't want to get flagged or my channel shut down over shit like that. So I'd rather not, but I'm an open book. If you want to see pictures of the babies, even though they're deceased, I have those pictures in my phone. I can DM me Creative Reptiles on Instagram, and I can show you what they look like. Now, there is a mystery. Either her genes or what she has something hidden in her that's not shed testable, or the father, which was the black-haired red jean ringer. I bred her to a black-haired red jean ringer first, and then I bred her to Jafar, which is my normal classic, super classic ball python, second. We believe that the blackhead took her just based off the babies and what they look like. But either that blackhead got something hidden in him, or she has something hidden in her that's not detected through shed testing. Because out of the 3 babies, one of them came out very bright, very yellow, very like pastelish almost, but not pastel. But it's hard to explain. For her to be dark, and for the father, the black hair, red jean ring. I don't know why I'm pointing back here. Oh, because he was back there when he first came, but he's in the living room now. But for her to be dark, for him to be dark, and we've seen single jean red, we've seen isolated red jeans, we've seen isolated ringer jeans, we've seen isolated blackheads. So there's no way that baby could be any of those three. Something is going on. Something is hidden, either in the father or either in her. So I think I'm going to panel test the father just to double check and make sure he didn't have any things, because I just bought him as a blackhead red ringer. So we're going to double check. If he comes out clear, except for the jeans that I bought him for, and there's nothing hidden, there's no lighter jeans or enhancer jeans mixed in, like a pastel or a fire or whatever, if not, or you know, any of the lighter jeans that like are very vibrant and bright and have yellow highlights and shit like that, if he comes back negative of all that shit, then that means I might have either OYA is a recessive or she has two genes in her that we have to figure out. But that's the game of dinkers. That's the game of working wild caught unknown genetic genes. She just slid down here, so she just laying on the bed behind me. But that's the thing about working with wild caught animals straight from Africa. Never been bred before. She's never been bred before. This was her first ever. So, hey, another good problem to have. I love working dinkers. I love working unknown genes, because she's not the only dinker project I'm working. I'm also helping some friends with their personal dinker projects. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun figuring this shit out. We do know she can recreate herself. So I think she's incomplete dominant for sure. What I'm calling the Kazi. That's what I'm naming this gene. What I'm calling. But she might have something else in her. Maybe it's yellow belly. Maybe it's pastel. Well, a new line of, or maybe it's some type of other enhancer gene. But again, if you want to see pictures of that baby compared to the siblings, because it is so different, so bright. And again, both parents are dark. Let me show you OYA again. Where are you at? Oh, you right here. My bad, honey. You see her. She's a dark granity brown, you know. And then everybody knows, if you're in ball pythons, you know what a blackhead ball python, and you know what a blackhead red jean ringer ball python looks like. So I wasn't expecting the baby to be that bright. So we got to figure this out. I got a whole nother mystery to figure out. I got more questions than answered. The biggest question, could she recreate herself, was answered. But, you know, she is genetic. But now we might have a second thing on our hand, issue on our hand, because, man, we don't know. Some happened. We got to figure it out. But we will figure it out, because we're not done. I'm not going to let one bad season ruin me. I'm not going to let one bad season discourage me. We're going to figure this shit out. So I'm super excited. The Kazi project is still on, still strong. I've just got to work on my infrastructure, aka the incubator, and I'm going to work on getting her back to her regular size, looking good composition, good body structure, so she can be strong for next season, and hopefully she don't get egg bound again. Let's pray. So that's all I'm worried about the rest of this year. Making sure she is good physically, health-wise, and making sure we got a better incubator for next season. But we will figure this shit out. And I hope that y'all continue to support your boy, support the journey, and support the channel. And we will have fun. Dinkerville. Shout out to Dinkerville. We're having fun over here. And it's more than that. DJ, Royal Caribbean Exotics, Ash, Morph Minded, a slew of others. Brian, Heathen Hatchery, Marcel with Pharaoh. It's a whole bunch of us and a whole bunch of different projects. Both mainstream, obscure genes, and Dinkers. Shout out Dinkerville, the whole Dinkerville squad, everybody who's a part of the group. we're going to figure this shit out. And I hope you continue. And I'm going to continue to document this journey publicly. I know a lot of people, a lot of breeders like to be in secret squirrel. And I get it. I understand. But I want y'all to see everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want us to look back on these videos like this one and laugh and be like, yeah, that was a tough season. That was a tough year for us, but we back stronger than ever. So next season, we going to get some better Kazi babies. I do have a better boyfriend. I'm going to go ahead. Now that we know that she is a legit gene, we're going to go ahead and throw some recessives to her. So we have something better coming up in the pipeline, and that I will keep a secret for right now until I decide to pair them and see if they lock and like each other. But it's not over. It's not over till God says it's over, as the song says. It's not over till OYA says it's over. We gonna keep it going, keep it strong. And thank y'all for supporting your boy. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This has been Snake Prince Vlogs. This channel is brought to you by ENT Reptiles, Orlando and TJ. Thank y'all for supporting the channel and supporting your boy. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Snap a pic, hit the click, ain't no need to be weird. Creative reptiles with the knowledge flows. Ball pythons in the cut, ready to pose. Boa constrictors lurking, everybody knows. Education meets cool in every friend.